Hi, my name is Lauren Masi, Doctor of Physical Therapy and Board Certified Orthopedic Clinical Specialist. I'm also the owner and Clinical Services Director of Bay Area Physical Therapy and Lafayette Physical Therapy. Today we're going to talk about a quick posture self-check and tips for good posture from a physical therapist. So obviously we all know, everybody talks about your posture, right? From when you're a child, your mom's always saying, sit up straight. However, what I've noticed is sitting up straight means a lot of different things to different people, and it's not always good how people try to correct themselves. In today's society, we're doing a lot more sitting, maybe slouching on our couches, things like that. And anytime you're in a position for a long period of time, your body can actually have adaptive changes that can lead to pain and problems in other areas. So number one with posture, everybody's spinal curves are different, so please recognize your neck does have a slight curve that matches the curve of your lower back. So that little bit of back arch, a little bit, can be normal. This can also vary based on your genetics. People of different ethnicities, some have straighter curves throughout their spine, and some have curvier curves. One thing I like to look at, again, when we're looking from the cervical spine to the thoracic spine, which is your upper back area, to your lumbar spine, is that the curves should all balance each other. So if you do have a curvier spine, they should all match. You shouldn't have a very excessive curve in one area and a very flattened curve in another. Now, when we slouch, I'm going to show you kind of right now, I'm sitting up nice and tall. I will say that normally we want your spine to be pretty erect, but we also want your shoulders open. I'm going to move my hair out of the way here. And one of the things that I will sometimes tell people as a little cheat is if you look at this portion of your shirt, right now mine looks nice and ironed and flat. If I let my shoulders round forward, you get little wrinkles kind of in the corner here. That can be a sign that you have rounded forward shoulders. Now, when we tell people, pull your shoulders back, there's a couple ways I can do that. I can do this, where I end up really popping my rib cage and pushing my chest forward. And do my wrinkles here go away? They certainly do. However, I kind of cheated a little bit and tended to arch my back to get to that position. That is incorrect. We have to have good dissociation throughout our body, meaning that I can move one thing, like my shoulder blades, along my rib cage and spine without it affecting the rest of my spine and my good posture. Another thing too, when we sit, and I'm going to over exaggerate the bad posture, a lot of people end up like this, where you really round your back, your head ends up out in front of you, and so that you don't end up staring at the ground, we look up at the world, and now my neck is very compressed and shortened. Over time, our bodies will adaptively shorten those muscles along our back of our neck, and then you might be reporting neck pain and headaches, for example. Our fascial system gets kind of angry about that. So in terms of general good posture, we want you to feel like if you had a string coming out of the back of the crown of your head, or if you had a ponytail and you're getting lifted up from the back of your head, you just want to feel like you get taller throughout. Usually, when you get taller that way, it kind of neutralizes all your curves as much as possible. Then we want to have a nice open chest, shoulders pulled gently back. A quick little exercise. If you're sitting in your chair right now, you can place your hands on your thighs with your fingertips at your knees. Now, if I tell you to squeeze those shoulder blades back together towards your spine and slightly down, that's going to open up your chest, but your fingertips should not pull back along your thighs. If all of a sudden you go to squeeze your shoulder blades and you notice your arms pull back, there's another example of poor dissociation. That's you using your arms to try to fix your posture problem instead of your shoulder blades. So in physical therapy, we can certainly help with making sure that your joints all move enough to allow you to get into these correct positions, that you have the flexibility to get there. Because, for example, if you've been rounded forward for a long time, the front of your chest and your pec muscles might have adaptively shortened and then want to hold you there. And then as hard as you try to squeeze back, you're kind of fighting yourself. So we need to make sure the front of the chest muscles are nice and loose. And then we're going to be strengthening those scapular muscles, your shoulder blade muscles, to be able to isolate and pull back those shoulders and keep you nice and tall. If we need further assistance in helping your posture, please reach out to Bay Area Today for a complimentary consultation. Please visit some of our other vlogs on desk ergonomics, car seat positioning and ergonomics, and fascia. Thank you.